Okay, hello and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I will basically be doing an updated version of my last video where I basically went through and highlighted all the pros and cons of this here phone, the Nokia Flip 2720. In this video, I will be doing an updated version because as I've been using this phone, I have noticed some drawbacks that you guys should probably know about if you're getting this phone. Things that I wish I had said in my last video, but I'm gonna say in this video. So yeah, let's get into it. For my first drawback, I will be talking about multitasking. If you have an iPhone, you can probably do the thing where you're talking to someone and you're on the talking screen, you got their name and all that, then you press the home button, you're still talking to them, scroll through Instagram, watch some YouTube videos. Well, on this here phone, that is not possible. Let me speed dial my mother here. There we go. And watch this. Mom? Hey, I'm just, gonna check text you sent me, you know? Here, let's go back. Oh, I ended the call. I wanted to press this back arrow to go back. Let's say I wanted to check a thingy or watch a YouTube video on this crappy screen. I can't do any of that because it'll hang up on her. And so that is something that you can do. At least you'll be fully paying attention to the person, unless, of course, you have a computer in front of you. But that's besides the point. You can't multitask on this phone. The next drawback I want to say is predictions. In my last video, I said that the text predictions was a good thing, and I do not deny that notion. What I will say is that they can be a bit annoying, and let me tell you why. Let's go back to my mother, and okay, so here's an example. One time I wanted to text someone Nutella because hold on. This thing has been out of focus this whole time. There we go. Because Nutella is a very delicious food. And so I wanted to say Nutella, but it wouldn't predict the word. So I spelled it out. And now every time, am I in the predictions thing? Hold on. There we go. Every time I want to type T-O, it comes up with Nutella. Because, as you can see, I don't even know why it comes up with Nutella. But it comes up with Nutella, new, and then Nutella, and then the word I'm trying to spell, too. And that is because I spelt it beforehand, and now it comes up when I want to type a word. So it's just annoying things like that. I have to go this, there, to two. And if that makes sense, that is another drawback. It's kind of just annoying how it predicts words sometimes. It's not a bad typing experience. It is just annoying sometimes. And on the same token, when I first got this phone, the commas didn't show up in, I'm no English major, so I don't know what it's called. Conjunctions, maybe? But like when you do this, I don't. There's no comma there. See, it's like don't. So then I have to go, it doesn't even show, some of them don't even show words. So I have to say do not, or you can't really formally type with this thing. It comes with don't. If I want to say won't. See, want. If I want to say, some of them does work. Like if I wanted to do is, in, oh, look, there it is. But these, it's kind of annoying. And if you like have an I in the middle of a sentence, this is a good example. It comes in lowercase, which is annoying. So it's things like that that are just kind of little things that make the experience a little worse. Here is another thing having to do with text messages, which, in all honesty, is pretty much all you're going to use on this phone. So it better be damn good. But as you can see, it's not perfect. Okay, so if you get a group chat, basically what happens is each individual person, I think, or no, not that's not what happens. You can't. Long story short, you can't group chat on this thing. You get individual messages from the people who reply to group chats, and you can only reply to that person who messaged to the whole group. Like, group chats are impossible on this phone. Now, I think there's a way to do it on WhatsApp, but I do not know. Let me put this over there. I do not know. Another thing, really quick, is this here camera. I will say it again. I said it in my last video, but here are some photos I took on it. Okay, so admittedly, the photos are not horrible when they're in the perfect conditions, like sunlight and all that. But indoor and nighttime shots are just bad. And as you can see, the video is atrocious. So, and the ergonomics of the camera are just horrible because you end up covering the camera the way it's placed. You cover it with your hand a lot. So, yeah, not the best. The last thing I will be going into is the pros. Okay, this phone is not all bad. This thing has some stuff to offer, and I will go into that now. For those of you who own a 2010 silver Honda Fit, or any color for that matter, this phone is actually a perfect phone for that car because it fits perfectly in a little itty bitty holder in the car. And it's just a little added bonus. If you own a different model of a car, well, I guess this doesn't apply to you. Another good thing, which I didn't mention in my last video, is that this phone connects to my Garmin GPS, which allows me to accept incoming calls hands-free, except when I press accept on the screen. And it's kind of cool because it just seamlessly connects when I go into the car. And I'm able to use that because this GPS system in here is not really a GPS system. The Google Maps app, as I said in my last video, it's bad because it doesn't direct you. It just does step by step. If you want to see that, go to my last video. If you look under the hood, I just want to mention, in my last video I said the battery was pretty crappy, and in this video I'll say it's kind of crappy. It really does last pretty much all day, even if you have a Bluetooth headphone connected to it. It's not horrible, but it's not on the higher end of batteries, let's just say that. And by the way, for those of you who are wondering, it is expandable, the storage up to 32 gigabytes, so I have this SD card in there. And it's also a dual SIM compatible phone. Oh, and look, there's a headphone jack. Another plus is that if you go to the Facebook app, you can actually use Messenger. Someone asked me that in the comments of the last video. Just go there. It will load. If I want to text this person, then I go there and I can text hi and then done, and it sends. Next thing I will say is that someone asked me about the Alcatel. This phone, I used the Alcatel once, and this phone is very similar. They're both good phones, I would say. I mean, either or, good phone. I kind of like the look of this phone more, you know? And I only have experience with this phone, so I can't really say anything about the Alcatel. Last but not least is if you really want a good detox phone, go look for the Light Phone 2. It's a pretty interesting phone in that It has an e-ink display. It basically has like really limited functionality. You can only call, text, and something else, I think. So I guess the benefit to this phone over the Total Detox Lite phone is that you can, do other stuff, Facebook if you had to. And it also looks cool because you could flip it open, which the Lite phone can't do. So yeah, eat that, Lite phone. So anyway, if you like my videos, I will be creating new things, and not just me talking in front of a camera for 25 minutes. We're talking some quality stuff here. And so if you want, subscribe, please. I have some really cool videos in the future, and I am hoping that you all have a fabulous day. See you in the next one.